Hi everyone. You may have noticed this week that we've got a research paper on the to-do list. So I wanted to go over that and then what you're going to do with it within the next few weeks. So let me quickly share my screen and walk you through this. So you'll find the research paper here in our chapter 13 section. Let's talk about that briefly. So you can choose any topic in the last 3 chapters of our book. Anything related to adolescent development. And you're going to write a 2-page paper. It may end up being a little bit more. I've had students email me to say, I couldn't fit it all into 2 pages, but it needs to be at least 2, but don't feel like you need to write a whole lot more than that. But you will need to reference the textbook. You can see that Samchaco is one of your sources, and be sure to use your in-text citations to tell me where you found the page numbers, as always. And then also I would like to see current information on the topic from at least 2 reputable sources. So that means you're welcome to use the internet, but I would like for you to make sure that your sources are credible. So you don't take information from someone's personal blog. You look for some sources that would be credible. So something you could rely on. It could be a medical source. It could be a journal, an article in a magazine, something that you feel that information you can rely on. Then I would like to see APA formatting, but I'll talk a little bit more about that in a minute. I know a lot of students are used to a different formatting. So this is what you use as you get into upper levels of your education. So I wanted you to get a taste for that if you have not yet been exposed to APA formatting, but I'll show you nothing to panic about. And I'm not a big stickler of taking points off if you don't do it just right. And then I'll want to reference page. So let me show you a student paper from a previous semester. So this student, you don't have to put a running header even for me. I'm mostly concerned with your reference page and in-text citation. So you can YouTube that and find out how to do both of those very easily. You only have 3 sources to cite at a minimum. But so the student decided to write about the hidden curriculum. And so I was just going to here, this is an in-text citation. You're going to tell me if it's a quote, you need to include the page number. She should have also put a year here. So it should be the author, comma, year, comma, page. And you just put P, not PG. But again, I didn't take off points for that because I mostly wanted to see that she is trying to use APA formatting. Whenever there's a quote, you always need to include an in-text citation to tell me where it came from. Okay, and so you'll see I'm just showing you quickly her paper. I want to get to the reference page. If this is basically the big deal for you, aside from the in-text citation. But you put against the left margin, you put the author's name and the title, and then there are some resources on the internet to help you write these citations. In fact, they'll write them for you if you just give it enough information. So I think there's one called, I forget what the one, there's EasyBib. The one I use is called Citation Generator, and then you just copy and paste. If you find the resource on Google Scholar, it will give you the citation to that. But these should be in alphabetical order. See the B, R. So alphabetical order, first line against the left margin, and then this is called a hanging indent. Give it a try. If you can't get it just right, again, I won't deduct points for this because on English class, it is very important that you have this kind of exposure because as you go on in your education, you will need to know how to use these people. Okay, so when you're done with writing the research paper, which is due at the end of 14, then you're going to present it to your classmates. In my in-person class, this is what we did about weeks, but if you don't have this in-person set up, we're going to use our discussion board. So what I would like for you to do is create a few slides and make a video. If you dread being seen yourself, you don't want to see yourself on the screen, you don't even have to show yourself. You would prefer not to. Just record your screen on PowerPoint and upload the video. And so I will be giving you some resources of how to go about uploading the video because I don't want to just a link there. I don't want students to have to download it to their computer because they won't. They'll move on to another student. Whoever, if you can just embed it right there in the discussion, people will watch it. So then I will deduct points if you just give me a link or you make me download before I can see it. So that's one thing to keep in mind. So you need to, here's how I want you to organize your presentation, just like we were in person. You only need to make, like I said, 4 slides, yep, and content, and then 1 slide with your sources. So you can just copy from your reference page and put that on your last slide. And then after that, just like a normal discussion board, you will return to watch a couple videos of your classmates and then also respond to them. Okay, another note, I just made an announcement, but I want to make sure that you're aware of this. So the semester's going to wrap up quickly and you want to stay on top of the this week 16 quiz will require you to use the Response Lockdown browser. When the announcement posts, there will be some resources if you need them to help you manage that. You may still use your textbook for the chapter 16 exam. It's just a practice for you to have the webcam going and all that. So if you do not have a webcam or you aren't able to use Respondus, you'll need to work out a way to use the library or let me know. We need to figure out some way because everyone's required to use Respondus for the final. You may not use your notes or your textbook for the final. For the practice, it's just like a regular quiz, but we're going to throw in Respondus to kind of help us get our feet wet and know what we're doing with that program to prepare for the final. Okay, that's everything for right now. I just wanted to touch base and give you that heads up that the research paper is coming. So plan ahead for that. And I would encourage you to look ahead at the upcoming weeks for what we have to plan for. And as always, please let me know if you have any